It's golf season in Central Ohio. The Recreation and Parks Department of Columbus operates and maintains 6 affordable courses to test golfers of all abilities. Wilson Road, the Airport Course, Mintel Memorial, Turnberry, Raymond Memorial, and Champions Golf Course. Each municipal course is open to the public, affordable, and offers a unique golfing experience. Want to test your swing at each course? Try the City Sampler or the City Sampler Plus package. These package deals are an even cheaper way to play all season. All right. Hey, welcome in, everybody. My name is Ryan Dietrich. This is That's Debatable. The boys are on the way, so just sit tight. I thought I'd cover a little bit of PGA Tour odds while I'm at it. I don't know if anybody's watching. If you are, welcome to the show. You know me, Ryan Dietrich. So, PGA Championship is this weekend. Kill the door. All right. PGA Tour Championship is this weekend. Southern Hills down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Full field, 95-odd players. Bryson DeChambeau just dropped out in the latest news. I had a practice round. Not feeling it, so he's going to hang it up, which is just fine. A lot of people don't mind seeing Bryson out of the race. I mean, he's always good for, hey, no publicity is bad publicity, right? So, hey, he is one of the superstars on the PGA Tour, but he ain't playing. So, Phil Mickelson is out. That's been the talk all week. The latest kind of, he withdrew. He's not being canceled or anything like that. There's a lot of talk about Phil and cancel culture, but he willingly chose to withdraw from the PGA Championship. Nobody forced him out. Nobody told him he shouldn't, this or that. So, he's under fire for some of his LIV tour comments about the Saudi Arabians. It is what it is. So, whole nother thing to digest there. But let's talk about the tourney. As always, we've got PGA Championship pool me and some buddies get into. So, Scotty Scheffler, hot as hot can be, having a record-setting year. Those kind of things. The boys are here, so let me step aside for just 1 second. We'll be back and rolling. Get you going. Right here on That's Debatable. Welcome. What's up, dudes? Yo. What's up, buddy? How goes it? You good? He knows it's me. Stop touching stuff. Yeah, I'm going to send this to commercial real quick.
Yeah. Never look back. Hey, see this, that championship music right here. That game 7, 3 seconds left on the clock. Are you gonna take it? Don't lose your focus.
Crap.
Yeah.
Focus, you gotta focus. Else you're hopeless what you choose.
Win or lose, you know the rules.
Never give up, just keep your head up. Despite the pressure's gonna get better. You gotta get it, it's now or never.
Focus, you gotta focus, else you're hopeless. What you choose, win or lose, you know the rules.
Never give up, just keep your head up. Despite the pressure's gonna get better. You gotta get it, it's now or never. I'm like Brown, Brady in his prime. Houston 95 against all odds. I promise I will rise. I got that Jordan drive, it will to win. Cause from deep within, boy, I get it in. From the start to the very end, me in it to win. Switch it up, it's 2 minutes left. Gotta get the touch. I'm like Tebow when it comes to clutch. You can count on me, 4th and goal, and I'm gonna score. That's the Super Bowl, I'll get that ring. Had to catch my dream, did it with my team. Feel like Poppy bottom of the ninth on our second out. Up the back, and the base is loaded, and we down by 3. Home run on the second strike. Tried to throw a curve, I'm on course. Winning is the source. We headed up north, that's to the top. I won't ever drop, I won't ever stop. Popping bottles of the champagne, had to make it rain. We the best, we the team that's left. Told y'all we was next, one was my focus. I ain't never hopeless, I ball out like Kobe.
Focus, you gotta focus, else you're hopeless. What you choose, win or lose, you know the rules.
Never give up, just keep your head up. Despite the pressure's gonna get better. You gotta get it, it's now or never.
Focus, you gotta focus, else you're hopeless. What you choose, win or lose, you know the rules.
Never give up, just keep your head up. Despite the pressure's gonna get better. You gotta get it, it's now or never.
I'm like Kobe in the finals, and I'm going for my 6th ring. We down 2, we need a 3 to win. I'll take the whole thing. I had dreams to get it for my team and put us on the scene. Best believe, clutches in my jeans. I win by any means. I won't be stopped. Grinding in the morning like a coffee shop. If I'ma take us to the top, I cannot let my focus flop. My head is in the game, can't let the level of my focus drop. Cause I will not lose. The game ain't over till you out the clock. Been training for this moment, 4th and inches. This your only shot. I hit the hole and break them off like Barry when he told the rocks a mood to change. You better get out my lane. I'm like a moving train. I don't complain. I just play my game and let it self-explain.
All right. As you can see, like I've got up there, Will, you behind the screen, but it's all good. I'm talking Little PGA Championship, which is this weekend, if you didn't know. One of golf's 4 majors. It's taking place at Southern Hills. Like I said, it's down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Playing real long, like 7,500 yards, which is a long golf course. Last year or the year before, PGA Senior Championship was held there, and the course was playing only like 6,900 yards. So they've lengthened it for the big boys. Rough isn't too hairy, but hilly golf course, a lot of undulation. It's going to be, what I hear is like your second shot angles into the green. So you're going to be accurate off the tee, putting yourself in position on those right angles to get to some of those tough pin spots. It'll be firm and fast and rolling. I like that. So it'll be hot, man. Bryson DeChambeau is not playing. You know, you've probably heard of Bryson even.
But of course.
So he's hurt. Phil Mickelson's out. That's been a big thing around a lot of places. Phil's saying stuff about the Saudis and kind of getting ousted. But anyway, he willingly is not playing in the PGA, so that's on him. But a couple of your favorites right there, Rahm, Scheffler, Rory, JT Spieth, and Colin Morikawa. I like Cameron Smith. He's the number 4 player in the world right now. Hideki's going to have a good game as well. He's got a great iron game, great tee. His putter, whether or not it lets him down, is kind of always the case. Well, Joaquin Niemann, Sam Burns, obviously Dustin Johnson. He's not one of those big favorite, one of the top 5 favorites, but DJ can come in and compete at any point in time, so that starts tomorrow. If anybody would like to get into a PGA Championship pool, hit me up. I can send you the email. We'll be ready to roll. Got to get your picks in by tomorrow morning, though, so just a little duster there. PGA Championship, the second major of the year. Will be a hot one. So, all right. Big Will, just getting settled. He'll be in just one sec. The recent new graduate.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Whoop. Will, where'd you get that sign? Oh, your Buckeye, the Blocko's a little out of your
out of the frame a little bit, but you can get this from is it Wood Custom and Design. Let me get that actually right for you guys.
Anybody out there? I don't know who's watching, if anybody is.
Right. Yeah, 1 second. Got a little technical difficulties right now.
We got
get the exact name right.
Yeah, dude. We'll think about that as a sponsor. So, a little bit of just the intro. NBA playoffs. Man, Eastern Conference Finals just started last night. Miami Heat taking care of business. Western Conference Finals start in 45 minutes. We've got Western Conference Finals. Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors. Starts at 9 o'clock tonight Eastern. We'll keep you updated on that. NHL playoffs, full swing, second round underway. We'll touch on my Avs getting it done in overtime last night. It was savage.
And you can get this right here at
There you go.
Smith's Custom and Design.
Yeah, hold that baby up.
Nice little wood placard. Got all type of sports apparel. You get fraternities, sororities.
Nice.
So once again, at Smith Custom and Designs. My guy Alex Smith. You're looking for a nice centerpiece. I'll be sure to drop it in the chat.
There you go. Looks like we can maybe see him on Instagram.
Catch him on Facebook, Alex Smith. He's on Instagram also, Alex Smith. All your sports apparel, he does them all, from the Houday Nation, Cincinnati, to that team up north. Whatever you may want, hit up my man Alex Smith for Smith Custom and Design.
Get a nice wood, navy and yellow, big old M.
Yeah,
Just
man.
throw that baby in the trash can out
Brand
back and
wood
burn
burner.
it.
Yeah, pay your money, but hey, that's about as good as it's going to be. Yeah, man.
All right, to fill you two in, a little bit of Buckeye news. Speaking of the Block O, Ryan Day and
Signed
Chris
that big
Holtman.
extension.
Yeah, set for new extensions once they get approved by the Board of Trustees, which should happen. Let me see. I got the details here. Also, Ryan Day, man, 34-4 at Ohio State, 23-1 in Big Ten play. That's nasty. Losing only one conference game, man, that's what you want. He's got 2 Big Ten titles and 2 college football playoff appearances. So he's getting it done here. A lot of high expectations for him, especially considering who came before him. But he's getting done. So his salary will increase. His compensation will increase from $7.6 million to $9.5 million annually. That's a $2 million base salary, so a lot of incentives, all of those things in there as well. And then Chris Holtman, your boys' Buckeye coach, he's making $500,000 right now. He's going to double that. Annual base salary, cool $1 million. Chris Holtman's got 5 20-win seasons. He's made the tournament each year, which is what the Buckeyes want. Brought Malachi Branham in, turned him into NBA, almost lottery pick potentially.
Yeah.
And NBA lottery, Magic got the number 1 overall pick. We're going to touch on that a little bit later. Talk about some prospects. I'm not sold on Chet Holmgren. I'm going to leave it right there.
I'm not either.
That's
I don't like.
That's why we going to right. That's why we going to talk about it.
My favorite player in the top 5 is the person at number 4.
Well, that's just this is ESPN's list, but
Yeah, the list I've seen, he got Jade. My favorite player is Jaden Ivey. Y'all know that.
Right.
that's just because we watched him bury that 3 against what Indiana, but with the
Nah,
Buckeyes.
he won me over when I see him do a putback slam and he looked into the camera like I'm him. And since then, Jaden Ivey's been my dude. I didn't like how he performed against who they lose, St. Peter's. They lost to St. Peter's, didn't they? I didn't like how he performed against St. Peter's. I feel like the whole game plan against St. Peter's was trash. But I do like Jaden Ivey out of the top 5. But of course, he's not going to go number 1, which is fine. Holmgren, Smith, and Banchero is definitely getting a lot of the hype.
As always, we'll get to that. Like I said, my Avs playoffs, boom, boom, boom. So, a little bit of Buckeye stuff. All right, hang on real
Buckeye
quick.
basketball, Buckeye football. We open up Notre Dame. Can't wait.
Yep. But let's talk even more locally. Let's talk Ohio Media School.
Yeah.
You see my guy rocking the cap there. Black on black on black. It's a little hard to see, but he's looking fresh as always. So big shout out to my guy, Will Ward.
For sure.
Graduate
for sure.
sports program.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
Pile-
round of applause for my guy Willie, man.
Dude,
round of
pile
applause.
of awards too, man. He was racking it up. I was down here working
We ain't
it.
had nobody to compete against, man. You know,
We were-
Competition. Shout out to the homie Candace Allen. She's definitely competition. Alexander Poindexter. I mean, those are the guys that's really been rocking out right now. So it's going to be a lot. Or Arthur Poindexter, not like Alexander. Arthur Poindexter, excuse me. But it's a lot coming up down the pike here at Ohio Media School, where you can learn from a pro to be a pro. The score on there is going to have a lot coming up. And I don't know, we want to drop the huge announcement now or want to wait for a little bit. But
you talking about the plans that we got coming up?
yeah, the
Yeah.
plans. you
Well,
know.
here, real quick, big ups to the homie. Let me show you pictures. We got you and me up here.
Yeah, I'm upset. I ain't get to make it, guys.
All right. When the light hit the ice, it twinkle and glisten.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see the gleam off of the wristwatch right
My
there.
homie Wayne say, bling.
And just the big cat himself. All those awards.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Looking
Yeah, it was a
fly.
how we
handful
do
of
it.
awards. I couldn't even get them straight.
That's
you know?
how we do it.
Do what?
man.
Golden Mike, Shining Star, GPA,
Yeah.
Lab. You had it all, man.
You a
Winning
gold
award.
Mike times 2 winner, right?
Do right?
I think that was my first. Yeah, that's the second
You won
golden
the one
mic.
the last.
Yeah.
You won
Yeah.
one
When we
last time.
graduated,
Yeah,
yeah.
we all want to go, Mike. Yeah, man. Shout out my guy Will, man. You right next to me, but definitely here's your flowers, my man.
sure,
Hey, get that
for
on
sure.
camera. Here's your flowers.
There you
Here's
go.
your flowers.
Hand them out. Hand
Flowers,
them out.
money,
Hand them
all
out.
that shit, man. Big plan. Oops. big plans. That's how excited he is. All that stuff. Shout out to my guy. And everybody. Hey, shout out to my homie Saku.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Big Cool. Hey, he started with us.
Dude,
Some
yeah.
stuff happened. He finally got to walk that red carpet. I wish my dog was here, but I'll make sure, hey, timestamp me. I'll make sure I'll be able to pull this up for my guy, Cool. Shout out to my dude, Saku, man. I'm
Big
proud of
shout
you.
out.
Huge
Proud of
shout
you,
out.
bruh. Proud of you, man.
Hey,
Keep
that's the
doing your thing.
definition of perseverance and keep on pushing
Yeah.
on, no matter what kind of obstacles may come against you. You
Facts.
don't keep on pushing. So that's what the class of 2022, class of 2021, we all represent. So it's a lot of big things coming, and just continue to stay focused, man. No matter what's coming at you, you know you're gonna have things that you got to overcome. But
Facts.
hey, man, trials and tribulations, and your tribulations is gonna be a lot better than your trials.
Oh, all right. We're going to have to come back to this one, Miss Bryant. Excuse me, who's that? LaShawn. Chet is the next unicorn. Put a pin in that one. We're going to talk
And you
about it when we
could
come
blow
back.
that one up. I mean, the last unicorn, we got to define what a unicorn is because he's tall and he can shoot.
It's just something that don't exist, so he ain't a
It's
good
just-
player.
I mean, I guess the best unicorn I've ever seen is Kevin Durant. I've never seen anything like him. And you could say Chris Stapps all you want to. We'll see how Chet do. Luka not a unicorn though. He regular height doing what he do. 6'7" though. 6'7" point guard. I guess that's kind of Magic was 6'9".
see what I can do. All right.
But I don't like Chet like that, man. Them Gonzaga dudes, except for maybe Suggs might be something special. But the one that's down there in Magic, hey, he might play with his old teammate now. Think about it.
All right. So, let's go with some big news.
Unicorn that will be on the KD level. I don't even know if that's debatable. We just gonna hold that sauce. We just gonna hold that off until it's time to eat that plate. But for now, Chet Holmgren, let him figure out what they're gonna do. 'Cause I don't know if he's a franchise-altering player.
All right. So, we got some big news. Us and the boys, we are leaving the Score On Air network. And we are going to Yamo Media.
Coming soon.
Fill in a little bit, please.
Yamo Media. Y'all guys want to give it a quick breakdown?
Yamo Media, CEO, Big A as my guy. Jared calls him, Adam Dale.
And he just tapped in. What up, Big A?
See what we got going on. It's gonna be the camera's good here, but it's going to be even more intense 4K quality, lighting, more graphics, even bigger than what we have here for 40 episodes. Bigger is going to be better. So continue to stay tapped into That's Debatable.
Yeah.
We got a lot more content coming up down the pipe. So Yamo Media, we're coming soon.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be our new home.
Yeah, probably 2 weeks. This show, maybe next week might be our last on the Score on Air. Early June is what we're looking at.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be on YouTube, the Yamo Media Columbus page. We're working on maybe going IG Live as well, some other things like that. So we'll definitely be flooding social media market with some clips, a little bit, things like that. We're just going to get a facelift, get some help from our guy Adam Dell in Yamo Media with some production, some new graphics. Give us a facelift, basically.
Yep.
Refine our game, be a little bit more, maybe me hosting, you two kind of a little more debate. We'll just sort of see, kind of grow, learn as we grow. So very excited for the opportunity to work with our guys at Yamo Media. It's going to be dope. I'm very excited for that. So big shout out there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the
shout
new
out
logo.
To Big A.
Yep.
I appreciate you having us, man. I appreciate you having us. You got real close with Will. It's been since I've graduated. It's been up and down. It's been trials and tribulations with me, and you guys stuck by my side. Y'all ain't leave me hanging and just leave me out here to dry. I appreciate all of that, man. We in this thing together, and we gonna make it turn up. On to the next level. It's like I said, we 40 episodes in, and we only building the foundation. I made a little post earlier just to shout out to everybody who has some type of hand in it, whether if it was before all of this even took place, before we even got touched on the live, back when I was in the studio myself just talking about the sports topics, or back before I was even on that, before I even thought about school, and when I was just trolling, because it all started from trolling. Swear to the Most High, it all started from trolling, and I built up a little bit of sports equity, or some, people want to call me Skip Bayless, Jared Bayless, all that good stuff, man. That's all. Skip is somebody who I look up to, Shannon, all them guys, and I want to be able to debate with all of them one day. Them is the type of goals I have, and that we will have, and it all starts at that next level, man. I appreciate everything. Appreciate you, Ryan. Appreciate you, Will.
For sure.
Appreciate the fans, the family, everybody who stuck by my side.
Hey, all you folks in the chat, love it, appreciate it. Share the link, like, subscribe, all that.
You definitely like, subscribe, share it to your mama, share it to your auntie, share it to your uncle, anybody who got a sports
Speaking of,
fan,
I gotta share it to my mom. Dude, here's something that's weird. Like, so mom's at home, she'll hop on the Score On page, pull up the video. But if I don't send her the link, like, the video's super choppy. Every 10 seconds wow. And I was watching some other guys, like In the Shoe, Buckeye Bro Show here on Score on Air. Same thing. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyway.
Hopefully we could get that taken care of.
So that's where we're at. Things are happening. We appreciate all y'all. But
hey, while we on Yamo right quick, this Saturday, go to Yamo Media on Facebook. Hit the like button. But this weekend, we have the Columbus Marauders is going to be taking on the Tri-State Shield semi-pro team. Myself, along with, I believe it's going to be Adam Dell. We're going to be calling that game. So it starts at 1 p.m. on Saturday. And once again, you can go to Yamo Media to get that link. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be one of those, the Lance and Eileen Porter Foundation type of games. Give back to the community. So it's going to be a pretty interesting game. These men are going to come to play.
Yeah.
They're coming all the way from New York, the Tri-State guys, and the Marauders are here in Columbus.
Hey.
So be sure to tune in Saturday at 1 o'clock. It's going to be at, ask me too fast.
on the spot.
All right. I'll get that to you here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's cool.
Adam, if you're still listening, let us know.
Good chance to do that. I'm actually headed up to Lansing, Michigan on Friday. Do some TBL broadcasting for TKDS. So take a trip up there. Lansing Pharaohs, Jamestown Jackals. I can't remember who the other game is, but get a chance to go up to Michigan. I hear that the Pharaohs actually put some work into putting their games on. Big broadcast. We'll see what's up. Get a chance to go up there, hone my play-by-play skills. So, all right, let's get to it.
before we go, pull up that one clip for me for my.
Oh, yeah.
Got a cousin out of Toledo, Ohio. One of the fastest
Central
things on
Crossing
the
High
traps.
School is the
Central
answer.
Crossing, that's what I thought it was. I didn't want to be wrong.
Nah.
Yes. But yeah, Miss Laverta
This will
Latson.
take us right into NIL and high school
Right.
athletes. She ain't
Miss
getting
Laverta
paid.
Latson, the 400-meter city champion in Toledo, Ohio. She's going to be in the districts this coming up Thursday. So shout out to you, little lady. Keep running fast. She's only a freshman, so she got a lot going ahead of her. Shout out to the Scott Bulldogs.
Freshman in high school?
Freshman in high school, 400-meter city champion. So
That's what's up.
proud of you, cuz. Continue to run fast and continue to prosper and fulfill your dreams and make the family proud.
Keep on keeping on. Real quick, the 400, worst race in the world. I had to run that in 8th grade, man. No. Just a sprint for one. Nope. I also hate running. That's me, but 400, worst thing there is.
I'm
So,
with you there, buddy. I'm with you.
unfortunately, Laverta won't be getting paid.
Hey, not yet.
Yesterday in the news, the Ohio High School Athletic Association voted down the passing of name, image, and likeness for high school athletes here in the state of Ohio. I think there's 10 states in the country that have allowed it, which would mean that high school athletes can get paid as high schoolers without losing their amateur status. You just can't use things like, or they can't be promotions or brand ambassadors for drugs, alcohol, tobacco, some things like that. And then within using like the high school logos and some other things. But, you know, that's been the debate around here. There's a lot of really good talent of high school athletes in the state of Ohio. I mean, this is a pipeline for football, basketball, you name it. So, with this kind of talent in Ohio and them not being able to get paid as high school athletes, that could open up the potential for them to go next door to Indiana where it's legal. Some things like that. You might start losing, you know, prime high school athletes. So that's what we're going to debate here for a quick minute. You know, thoughts on whether you think it should have or whether you think it shouldn't have. Will, I know you're against it. Tell me why.
Sure, I'm against it because, I mean, as a student athlete, I think number one priority should be the first word that's inside of that name. You should be a student first before you're an athlete. And once you start receiving money, you're a professional athlete at that point. So I think that by them paying high school amateurs or whatever you want to call them, teenagers, yeah, it's going to be able to help the family out. I'm not debating that. That's not debatable. The money will be able to help the families. But I think it's going to bring the focus away from what the actual priority is, and that's actually getting the education. And then it's going to create, you know, division inside of the locker rooms. So you're going to have to figure out how you're going to pay this player. I mean, you got guys, you know, we want to talk about LeBron James and how he could have been one of the first type of high school players.
He wouldn't have got in trouble for that Hummer if he would have had NIL. I'm for real.
But I
He got
just think
suspended and
that
everything.
they should continue to focus on their grades, focus on getting to the next level. If they're paying in college $1 million easy in the college level, continue to focus on your craft, continue to get better, not focus on the money. The money's going to be there, but if you're focused on the wrong things, it's going to bring negative attention, and you're going to start doing things that you probably shouldn't or regularly would do. So I think it's a bad idea right now until you get more of a foundation of actually how you're going to pay the players, who you're going to pay. You know, it could bring out the best in a lot of players, but at the same time, like I think it may create division inside the locker room. And at that age, you want to try to get more of a cohesiveness as far as mental bonding with other people, your peers. So it's good and bad, but I think as of right now, I think they should continue to focus on their education at that level.
And yeah, real quick to speak to that, you know, you talk about dividing a locker room. I mean, shoot, in high school, the kid that had Jordans or, you know, nice Nike basketball shoes, you know, that would create division. A kid with the kids with money always creates diversion, especially at that high school age with the have and the have-nots. You know, you start getting some 16-year-old kid making some money, some change. He's young, youthful, doesn't quite know how to handle it. That gets a lot of pressure from the parents. I mean, parents seeing their 15-year-old kid as an opportunity to make money, which is already a thing, but that might just exacerbate it, and especially with some rules, kind of the wild, wild west like we've seen Not real sure. Very, very slippery slope. So, Jer, you're for it. What you think? Why should they have passed it?
I just feel like for the players who's earned it, why not? It's because it's not a guarantee that a high school student will necessarily make it to college,
Yep.
make it to the pros. And if they're good enough or talented enough now, why not?
Get it while you can.
Everybody, I mean, it's like I see how money can create haters, right?
Yep.
You can have a division, not just the locker room. You can have division within family.
Dude.
You can have division within your house, whether if it's mom, dad, auntie, uncle, cousin, brother, whatever the case may be. The 53rd man on the roster might feel some type of way about the number one guy on the roster.
For sure.
The number one guy on the roster is the number one guy on the roster for a reason. And now we could have like the stuff like, and I know this is starting with high school, but for example, like I said, with the LeBron thing or with the Reggie Bush thing, even those are different levels, but still, it's the same type of concept. These players are gifted enough, and some of these families are kind of challenged to where that if these players are talented enough, but that player might not, what if that player grows to be a salesman or whatever the case may be? I think it'll help them out now.
Dude, right. This is America, man.
They
Make more
exploit
money.
kids all
What do
over.
you got against making money? I mean, this is the land of making money, the land of opportunity.
Hey,
You know?
on another sports show that I had here on the Score on Air Network, it was called On the Clock, but Cash is King. That was one of our favorite phrases on that show. Cash is King. And when you're going to continue to put money out, push money, that's what you're going to eventually, that's what your focus is going to be. We seen how money had came into effect when COVID had came and they wanted to shut the leagues down, but no, you still want to be able to play. We're going to try to manage the protocol and still be able to have these games. We're going to sacrifice health, but we're going to try to think about the business. So money is always going to be the root of, want to call it evil, but at some point we have to put more focus on how the shirt says the next generation. So
Dude.
if we continue to show the next generation that money is going to rule, then that's what they're going to start to assume. So I got a kid right now who's going into high school, and he's pretty good at athlete, not trying to put anything because he's my kid. He's pretty decent. But if I look at, if a coach wants to say, hey, we can pay you, I'm not going to turn down the money. But I want him to stay focused on what the actual goal is, and that's making it to the next level, earning a scholarship, graduating with honors, stuff like that. But the money is going to come, you know. I just don't want to push it down the kids' throats so early, and that's what they're starting to do.
I mean, that's a true student athlete. Now, there should be some type of I felt like it should be qualifiers for whatever said players to be eligible for this type thing. And since it's a high school, I feel like you should have a certain grade. You shouldn't be a 2.0 student because you're severely talented. They should be able to pay you because you could get paid for your name, image, and likeness. You should, like I said, you should be able to have a qualifier just like you got to be able to qualify to even be able to play sports. You got to, I'm talking like 3.0s, 3.5s.
And is that going to go into the fact of, you know,
it should.
I
If
believe
they
it
pass
should.
it, like when we on the ride over here, I got some quote like some local athletic directors, however, believe it will eventually happen. Initially, this is a quote from the Dublin Kaufman athletic director, Duane Sheldon. He said, initially, my thought is that the result doesn't surprise me, but it's just a matter of time after legal battles and everything that NIL is probably going to pass. And that's from the Dublin Kaufman athletics director. Here's another one from the Olentangy Berlin athletics director, John Betts. I do think we will have to adapt. Oh my God! Excuse my reading. My bad. I'm trying to rush.
No rush.
I do think we will have to adapt, just as the NCAA has done, so we can work with it when it does arrive. And that's from the Olentangy Berlin dude, athletic director.
That was kind of my guess was because they'll vote on this again next year is my anticipation. So I'm guessing they're like, let's be a little hesitant. Give those other 10 states, 15 states that will add it. Let them test the waters, see what kind of either success and failures they have, implement some of those, and then kind of adapt. Adam Dell, like he asked, what's the difference between a kid working at Pizza Hut and a kid being a spokesman for a car dealership? Nothing if those aren't tied to athletic performance and expectations of athletic performance. When you're doing it, as an athlete of a school, you represent that school, that league, that high school association. When you're a private employee, you're just a private employee.
Right.
But there's a lot more to it than that. I will also add that tomorrow on Yamo Media Columbus YouTube page, Adam Dell interviewed the director of communication for OSHA, which is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. So it'll be on the Yamo Media Columbus YouTube page. Down in distance, they're going to have about a half an hour with the director of communication who works for the Athletic Association. So we'll have the whole in-depth breakdown with the dude who knows what he's talking about. We do a little bit, but, that's the whole idea, debate. So it's an interesting topic, man. I mean, it's tough when you start offering 16-year-old kids a bunch of money.
Oh, yeah. Not like what in the chat, what LaShawn Brown just asked, where is the money coming from? How do you break it down, one? How are you going to classify which kid gets what amount of money? But, I mean, high school games are $5. Last time I checked, in a football game, you pay $5 to get in.
Yeah, maybe $7.
So, I mean, I know the recreational, or it's not recreational here in Ohio yet, but the cannabis industry, that was supposed to be a big push of as far as getting certain funds. You got maybe a couple of maybe Ohio State or the crew. I mean, that's what we really need to figure out. Where is the money actually going to be coming from? How are they going to separate it? But I just think you want to continue to focus on your grades, man.
We should always focus on your grades because this might never work out.
Yep.
The football can't be your exit strategy, regardless of whoever it is.
Yep.
That's why you should work on both. And if you're talented enough at that age, because you might not be able to be that something. What if you tear both your ACLs in college or something like that, and your only opportunity was high school? I think that's why it should be something to look into.
Yep. I got you there. Yeah. One of the ideas is, let the schools decide as the state agency. Let the schools kind of decide some of that and we work from there. Obviously, money comes from those businesses that choose to sponsor those kids, but then you start getting into boosters for high school athletes, and then you start getting into like Texas and Florida, money under the table, backdoor and shady stuff. Like, there's a whole private pool. But so there's a little bit of our takes on it, a little bit of both sides. We got to keep moving along. Unfortunately, or fortunately, if you want to talk some hoops with us,
we can end it with this quote right here from Columbus Academy Athletics Director Jason Singleton. The world is changing, sports are changing, and we just have to adapt. It's as simple as that.
Yep, and it is. We are going to have to adapt. To answer a couple questions in the chat. Yeah, I think most of that money for those kids,
screen, so I can't see the comments.
Most of the money for those kids would be coming from the businesses, the car dealership, the movie theater, your whatever. So then you start getting, it'd be just like college boosters, right? It'd just be high school boosters. So
high schools already got boosted.
I mean, dude,
the private schools,
IMG Academy down in Florida,
LaShawn is the guy who not to cut you off. LaShawn, who's in the chat, he's my coworker actually. I talked to him earlier about it because I like getting his opinion and stuff because he got a strong opinion when it comes to sports stuff. So, and he was saying like some of the other colleges or some of the other schools like Florida stuff like that.
Yep.
What if others people people who not able to get NIL just travel, like he said, travel next door,
right,
or travel to whatever these other 9 states that got it. Just like if those schools increase with students that are able to get paid, then some other states are just gonna have to change just so people aren't traveling around.
So be it. I mean, that's the way the world works.
Because if I got NIL here in Indiana and the top athlete over there in Ohio, why not just hit up them parents?
Dude, right.
Come on down to Indiana and make your way.
Yep. Texas doesn't have salary tax, so I mean a lot of athletes go to Texas to play sports versus some other state. Not the same thing, but a subtle little transition there.
Right.
So we'll see. It's interesting, man. It's putting a lot of pressure on young kids. And, the next generation, you said it. I mean, in high school, we're all still developing and learning. A lot of mistakes can be made. Got to protect them a little bit.
Pressure on the next generation.
Dude, there you
got
go.
Kids building profiles of
branding themselves, dude.
From 5 and up,
dude,
or even younger than that.
Hey, it's a cause and effect, man. Like, One, it's going to bring out a different type of person in these kids, which I think it should bring out a different type of work ethic. Like, if you want to get this money, you're going to have to work and show and prove. And definitely if they put little clauses in it that you have to have, I think they should continue to have a 3.0 or a 3.5. That should be the base minimum. It's 2.5 in order to get into any college in the nation to play Division I, Division II, or Division III. In most schools, some is higher, but 2.5 is a base. But if they say 3.0 and then you can get this amount of money, you would think it's going to make the kids a lot better. So,
Right.
cause and effect is going to be definitely a big thing.
Just hopefully they know how to deal with the haters, but haters is always going to come, no matter what level you at.
All right. Excellent stuff, fellas.
Like
them
what I'm
kids,
seeing in the
man.
chat right now, man. Keep it going.
Keep it up.
Hey, even if you guys want to call in, chat with us for a little bit.
Well, yeah, we might open up the phones.
Might open.
We'll
up the
see
phone
what we
line.
get to when we're done. All right, moving along. Eastern Conference Finals. Heat.
Yeah.
Rocking and rolling. Boston. I think Boston dominated the first quarter.
First half.
Nah, Boston won
The first quarter.
no, first, second, and fourth quarter. Yeah, first, second, and fourth quarter.
But they got beat in the third quarter by 27.
Demolished. They got
I
demolished.
had those written down somewhere. So, Heat take game one. Big Will's been rocking the Heat all way. You said it early on, man.
We got to switch caps.
All right. Quick early storylines. I mean, Jason Tatum's a dude. He's playing like it. He needs some help from his guys. The Heat, man, maybe the most under-the-radar number one seed left. Nobody talks about him. It's all Jason Tatum's the next superstar. Boston's playing out of their minds. Boston's got the best defense. Boston went through the defending champs. Boston this, Boston that,
They
blah,
swept
blah,
KD
Boston,
and all
man.
that. Yep.
Miami.
Tatum is coming. Is it
Getting
Tatum
it.
or Luka? Who's the changing of their guard?
Exactly. And
And
they
Jimmy
ain't
Butler
even
said,
talking
"How
about
that
the
though?"
number one seed, man. Heat won, what, 60 games this year? So,
Yeah. I wanna
so
say
you've been
61.
rocking with them. Game one, awesome. Some really good basketball, both ends. What happened?
Jimmy Buckets came alive is what happened.
The real Jimmy G. No, not Garoppolo.
17 for 18 from the free throw line, man. I like Jimmy G, and 22 is my lucky number. That was the jersey I always wore, so anybody out there, send me a Jimmy Butler Heat 22. Rock with it. All right, well, there's a little bit of quick brush on game one. Who's the best player in this series? That's what I want to know.
It's got to be Jimmy right now. I mean, when you look at his stats and what he did, 41 points, and he had no three-pointers at all.
Dude.
So when you think about that stat right there, you got 41, no threes,
Old school backyard beatdown.
straight up.
In the
17
modern
for
day
18, like you said,
three-point
from
NBA. Go ahead.
Yeah, 17 for 18, like he was saying. In the modern day, three-point is always going to reign. But when you can get it physical and get it on a defensive end, and everybody always says defense wins championships, we seen him come out there, on that block that he had in the corner on Tatum. That was huge.
Dude.
That was real
Looked
huge.
like that Zion block in the corner against Virginia.
Oh, yeah. All
He
right.
was in college still. Yeah.
All right, you think Jimmy's the best player in this series?
Jimmy is the best player, but I want to give a shout out to the dude Gabe Vincent, man, who had just got called up. They
17
got
points
Kyle
last night.
Lowry. He was out right now. He just had the surgery on, I think it was his, don't quote me on that, pectoral or hamstring.
I'll look
One of the
it-
two.
yeah, I'll
One of
look
the two.
it
It was an
up, yeah.
injury. He just had surgery on it. Oh, no, that's not. Oladipo just had surgery. Kyle Lowry's out for different type of injury, health reasons, I believe. But Gabe Vincent came in, got him a quick 17. Tyler Hero was a hero in the first quarter and the first half to hold him just a little close because Boston was starting to run away with it in the first half. But they came out after halftime, and that's where the game just completely got shifted. So who's the best player in this series? Who's the best player left in the NBA final or playoffs right now? Got to go to Jimmy, man, until otherwise proven different. Don't get me wrong, Jason Tatum is doing a phenomenal job right now.
Young stud, dude.
Brown is still playing pretty good, but the consistency of Jimmy Butler right now, who's dropping 40, I believe he has 5 40-point games here in the playoffs so far. He only had like 3 in the regular season. So
0 in the last, I want to say 3 years or something like that.
Dang.
balling, man.
All of his 40-point games been in the playoffs.
With the Heat.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Okay,
He might
Jared.
have had one of them 40-point games. He had his last 3 or 4 was with the Heat. He might have had one of them with Philly too. But
Jared, who you think's best player in this series?
I mean, I'm a Chicago Bull, so by default.
Right.
But since I'm gonna say Jimmy, but Jason Tatum has the capability of being the best player in this series. He didn't 29 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists for young Tatum. He I don't know if he shot efficiently or not. I don't got his percentages right here. But I just know that in order for the Heat to win, for the Celtics to win, they got to be able to fight through that type of adversity, because I know Giannis is an intense type of player, but Jimmy Butler is a different type of intense. And they got to have at least one person match that intensity. Now, whether if that they think that's Marcus Smart and Al Horford or whatnot, but just the way Jimmy is built is totally different. So Tatum and
Well,
Brown.
is that some of that Jimmy's his experience? He's been in the league a little bit longer.
That's his upbringing.
Well, I mean, in addition to that,
Yeah.
we know that's what makes him a dude. But any nod to his veteranship, being a leader, he's been through it. He's been jumped around for team. A
he's
little
been-
bit than the young buck like Tatum, like you said.
Yeah, Tatum literally got drafted into a winning situation.
Yeah.
His rookie year, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So that team has actually if anybody wants to learn how to rebuild, I know we used to get on Danny Ainge about never trading them picks or whatnot, but the Boston Celtics definitely did their rebuild the right way. Philly kind of took some shortcuts. A couple other teams, you still got the Magic and them floating around the top, but
Boston
did it
had a
right.
pretty quick turnaround from being in the finals in 2010 or when they lost to the Lakers, whatever.
Yeah.
A couple years later, 5 years later, back in it 4 or 5 years in a row. So,
Yep.
do you think Jason Tatum? They're down 0-1, big deal. They were down 0-1 to the Bucks.
Yeah.
You think Tatum can help bring the Celtics back? You worried at all?
No, Tatum could definitely. Tatum is talented enough to win them 2 games. Now, you have the big game from Al Horford in game. I want to say what was his ever? He had his best 5 or 6 where he had his best put up 30. You had
It was game 4.
Greg Williams hit 7 threes in his game 7. Like, you need the others to be able to come along. Jaylen Brown did have.
In the fourth quarter, Jaylen Brown did come alive too.
Yep.
Yeah, he had 24 points last night, 24, 10, and 3 last night. He definitely going to have to match the throttle with Jimmy Butler the whole time. Like, Jaylen Brown is, a lot of people saying he a top 5 shooting guard right now, which is understandably so. It's not really that many shooting guards in the league, so, I give him that too. But he going to have to definitely match that Jimmy Butler intensity, because Jimmy Butler, they wanted to talk about Luka having the same amount of points at the half as the Mavs, but, as the Suns did in game 7. But Jimmy outscored the whole Celtics team himself in the third quarter, and that's where they lost it at. So they can't let that happen. I'm sure Ime Udoka, who was, I think, runner-up for Coach of the Year,
Yep.
are definitely in the top. He was a finalist for sure. He's gonna hit the drawing board and come up with something better, a better game plan to try to slow down Jimmy, and maybe they could get the dub in Miami. If not, they got to definitely handle it in Boston.
And the fans of Boston is definitely going to come alive and really push behind Boston, because you've seen how the momentum kept shifting in different series. You go home, you go away. That home crowd advantage does help, but they're going to need definitely Marcus Smart to come out. I don't know if he's going to be able to stop Jimmy, but at least try to contain him a little bit. I think would you say he's going to be holding Jimmy Smart?
He's gonna, he's a defensive player of the year, so he's gonna step out there on Jimmy. But at the end of the day, he's kind of strong and stout, but I don't know if he's really big enough to really hold Jimmy. But the thing about Jimmy, why he isn't a true superstar, he doesn't bring it from game 1, 2, 3, 4. So the performance we've seen in game 1, it might not be the same in game 2, and we might not see another performance like this until game 3. And somebody else will have to step up. Bam, he didn't really have one of his best games. He's definitely going to have to be more intense down there. He needs to match Jimmy Butler intensity. I think the Heat might really be scary if that happens.
On the offensive end, I think, you may need for him to match it, but on the defensive end,
Yeah, he brings it.
definitely brought it. He had 4 blocks. Jimmy had 3.
And for 4 steals.
Yeah, 4 steals. The numbers that he put up has not been done since the assists and the rebounds have started getting retracted since 1970. So
And Tatum creates separation, man. He's tall, he's long, he's broad shoulders. It's tough to get a block on him, man. That one in the corner of Jimmy was huge. So Yeah, definitely. You know, tall orders on both ends, defensive wise. That's a tough task. Yeah, you good?
I mean, when you got Tatum, and you can see he was going no gluts, no glory. He went 10 for 21, 2 for 9 from the 3-point line. So it was just a bad shooting night. You look all the way down that Celtics roster, and they were 11 for 34 from the 3-point line. So they're definitely shooting. And as any coach is going to tell you, don't stop shooting. You want to get out of that slump by any means. But Miami's not playing.
No, they're
Not
for
playing
real.
with their food, as my man Jared always says.
What was the you said on your other show? Y'all coined a phrase. What?
Cash is king.
Yeah, on this show we coined don't play with your food. And right now Miami is definitely not playing with their food. Now, respectfully so, Boston hasn't played with any of they haven't had food. They had tough matchup after tough matchup. I know they swept the Nets.
That's still tough. I mean,
Each game was close though.
Yep.
Literally, like each game was outside of matter of fact, it was
was like-
each
it
game
was- it
was
was
no more separated than by 8-9 points.
Right.
With all the games accumulated, and plus last series went 7. So Boston is definitely ready for the talents. And Jason Tatum, and like I said, he's talented enough to steal 2 games. Now I don't know if anybody else will be able. Like I said, the others got to step up.
Yep.
Others got to step up, but
We've been seeing that, man. It's, role players, the bench plays a big role in the finals. They always talk about superstar power and that, and it's definitely held that way. But man, you got to have some dudes show up. Yeah. So who you still, you still rocking with Heat? You still
rolling
taking
with Miami.
Celtics?
I mean, well, I technically had the Heat, but
Okay.
So I had to. Of course, my original East pick was the Brooklyn Nets. That went left.
But then when Milwaukee and Boston, I thought you said the winner of that was going to win the East.
I did, but that's because I thought the Bucks was. I was saving me. I was cutting me some slack because I really thought the Bucks was going to win. And I don't know. I can't. Like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if Boston did make it to the finals. I'm seeing a lot of people pick Boston go to state, but
And I was
I'm not just rolling with Jimmy just because that's the only guy I got left out. That's
last week you said there's some stat like if you winners of Game 5 go on to win the series like 80% of the time. All 3 of them, well, not all 3 of them. 3 of the 4 who won Game 5 ended up losing.
Yep, the
Memphis,
Suns lost.
Suns, and Milwaukee.
Well, not in the Memphis case, it didn't count because they was down 3-1.
They were down 3-1,
Yeah,
right?
so that the Game 5 when it's series is tied.
When it's tied.
When it's 2-2 heading into Game 5.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it's like
So,
the
yeah,
other
the
2
3 of
series
them.
was.
We
We touching on that Suns too? No, we ain't there yet.
we're gonna, this is the end of the Heat and Celtics.
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you guys got anything to add, Jimmy G man rolling.
Either team could definitely come out. Both teams was definitely built for this situation.
It's good basketball.
Both teams had a great offseason coming into the season. Now, we all know Boston had a slow start, but if we starting from January 1st to now, Boston has been one of the top 3 teams in the NBA. Miami has been, since they've been number 1, they ain't looked back. They've been tied with they've been tied for the number 1 seed since the All-Star break, and then they've held it down since. So,
How much effect is Miami getting done with Philly very early and being able to rest some, and Boston having to go to 7 with Milwaukee? How big of an effect is that going to make on this series?
where did the video go?
Apparently it's playing I don't know. It's playing a decent effect on it. Having rest is always
The whole question of rest over rust.
yeah.
But the Heat didn't come out rusty at all. So like the whole thing is,
You were slow out the gate, but
yeah. Well, yeah, they were slow out the gate, but they're not really. They don't have much firepower either. So every battle, I feel like I know it was 118 to 107, but
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of them gonna be slugfest for the rest of the way.
yeah, to Will's point, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. These guys seem to turn around pretty quick. They usually give them a day or 2 of travel anyway. Most of these teams are playing 8, sometimes 10 guys. In transition, game of runs, you can pile it on quick. You can shake off that rust after the quarter. So,
Vegas, man.
And you had no Robinson, no Duncan Robinson. You had no Morris twin. Udonis Haslam didn't play.
yeah.
No, UD don't play no more.
I know you need to play.
So,
And
yeah.
he got some shoes.
Well,
that got
dude,
UD
a couple
on.
days of
That's-
rest and at home, maybe that's the thing. Maybe they were a little
Duncan
sluggish
Robinson
out
hurt?
the gate and just turned it on.
He ain't played in a while. he a defensive liability though. That's the problem. I know he could spark it up on the offensive end, but him and Hero together are liabilities on the defensive end.
Really, he played 4 minutes in Game 6 of Philly. Game 5, 14 minutes. Game 2, 1 minute. Yeah, he hasn't really played. 13 minutes was in Atlanta, Game 5. So, Duncan Robinson that much, but whenever he does get in, he's going to be a potential to light it up, like you said.
I just feel like with Duncan Robinson, if you don't just guard him like this, and he'll never get a bucket. The problem is they don't guard him, and he literally is in the NBA for one reason, because he's a specialist.
Hey, that's what you need.
Miami just got to continue what they did and do it better, fine-tune a couple of those first, second, and fourth quarter.
It's got. They got to show up for 75% of the game. All right, there you have it. Heat's rolling. Celtics going to make it interesting. It's good basketball. It's worth watching. Physical. They can shoot lights out. It's entertaining. So, speaking of entertainment, they're getting underway right now out west. Luka versus Steph, or Jason Kidd versus Steve Kerr. I would give the coaching advantage to the Warriors. In my mind, Steve Kerr is a much better coach than Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd just hadn't been in the arena that long. Kerr is proven. He comes from the great Phil Jackson. So, doing a little checklist.
And
I would give
Popovich.
And Pop. I would give the coaching advantage to the Warriors, but it ain't about the coaches. It's about the players.
He returns tonight, don't he?
And Luka, who? Kerr is back. Yep, he cleared protocol. Yep.
Yeah.
Mike Brown was backing him up. Mike Brown headed to the Kings. Mike Brown's got a good history of coaching anyway, so they're in good hands. But
too bad that superstar player just didn't get him a championship.
Right.
Too
All right.
bad.
Let's talk about.
Hey, that superstar player got him fired, but we ain't gonna get into that. We don't talk about that man on this show.
We'll talk about the two superstars taking the floor right now, Luka and Steph. Luka looks like a man. He's like, this is what, the 2009 Mavericks. They're just gonna do it. The team is stepping up around him. We called it on here last week. Every one of us had this, or at least I did. Suns, this one's over. Get Dallas out of here. Mavericks ain't got no help for Luka. Yada, yada, yada. And here we are, Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals. Nobody predicted that. Nobody saw that coming.
Stop. Wait right there. I don't know if he's still in the chat.
Nah, some people.
Shout out to the homie Shard, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because
He just said Luka too. He just said Luka too. I'm weak.
Shard did call that a couple weeks ago.
Golf clap.
So I keep thinking about that. When I started seeing the Mavericks take over the Suns in that game, I'm like, man, Shard called that one all the way. Didn't believe you, but
It's
hey,
almost
man,
like
hats off to you, my boy.
Luka was on some Joe Burrow type stuff, and Chris Paul was looking like Ryan Tannehill. And that's how he got to the championship game. But
all right, well, real quick, dude, what happened to Phoenix?
Life hit him fast. Luka hit him harder.
I was gonna say, is that Luka or was it self-inflicted?
It was both. It was both. It was a lot. It was a cause and effect. From the moment Book was on the ground faking like to draw a flagrant, and then I wish I don't know. We might not have a clip. Might have to pull the clip from TikTok later or something. But when he was down, looked up at the camera and said, "It's the Luka special. It's the Luka special." Yeah,
man.
And ever since that moment, Luka been special. I swear, he been killing them. Like, not playing with your food. He didn't play with his food, and his plate was super full because he took down the 1 seed. So you're supposed to leave the big piece of chicken for the pops. And Luka ate the big piece of chicken, man, because it was lunch meat all day. I don't know if y'all heard the Pat Bev thing, but Pat Bev been going in on Chris Paul. They've been calling Chris Paul a cone, and he was like, I might go to bed at 8:00 if I gotta play Steph the next night. If Chris Paul my matchup, I might be up all night type. So it is what it is, man. CP3 was my real MVP last season. He performed last playoffs. This playoffs, he had a healthy run, and he fell short as usual. The most guards to give up the 2-0 leads. He gave up one last year. He gave up one this year. It happens, man. It just might not be meant for CP to get one. It just might not be meant for it, man. It's okay. Not everybody meant to win. He could be, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, James Harden.
Hey, but at the end of the day, the Banana Boys are reunited. The Banana Boat Boys have been reunited. You got Chris Paul back in there. You already had Melo and LeBron already sitting at home.
Who told you that? Who told you that?
What?
That they reunited?
And they back together. They all at home. They fishing in Maui somewhere right now.
okay.
They
about
all
to take a
together in the
banana boat
off
trip.
season.
Yeah,
I'm hearing a lot of
off-season
people.
officially got started.
Pat needs to stop. Hey man, hey, leave Pat Beverly alone, man. Leave Pat Bev alone. He know what he talking about. he been on one. No, they
Sun
call him a hater
self-destruct.
right now. Yeah,
I don't.
they said the Kardashian curse finally caught up to Booker.
Nice. And the host, I do. Yeah, jokes on jokes for that. But yeah, Suns fell
it's
apart.
unacceptable, man. Booker was,
Dude.
Nah, man.
Maybe it's
Book
just a
ain't
big
show
growing
up.
opportunity for him, or it's even bigger growing opportunity for Luka to really step up and carry some dudes you hadn't heard of 2 months ago through these playoffs, man.
Well, Jalen Brunson he started off
Well, right.
and
But-
Spencer Dinwiddie, but it's a couple other
Finney
guys.
Smith, I mean-
and shout out my boy Trey Burke. I seen him in Game 7. It was so over with that they let my boy get in.
Nice.
And I seen he came out the gate scoring. He's quick few buckets. He's not trying to pass the ball, and I ain't mad at him. Get your buckets, man.
Your grind on, Trey.
Yeah, another.
Gotta go for yours once you get in there.
He
man.
possibly could have paid for the NIL. I wonder how many NIL players would play for that Northland team back in the day, or that Brookhaven team. I don't know. You never know. But
All right, well,
that's beside the point.
all right, we got the game underway.
Also went to
You
school
guys
as
got
AP.
predictions? Suns. Warriors, Mavs. Who you like? You
Well, I
like
had
Luka?
Warriors
You
coming out
like
the West.
Steph?
I had
You
Warriors-
like Clay?
I had Warriors coming out the West, so definitely taking
Still
Steph and the
rocking with
Warriors.
it?
Yep, Warriors are 6. I don't like picking 7-game series, so 6.
That one's tough, man. And I don't want to say I'm scared of Dallas right now because of what they just went through with the Suns, but they look pretty good doing it. But I just think that experience of Golden State is going to come out and be a little bit stronger than what Dallas is going to be able to stop. So if you can get Draymond to be a facilitator, for the offense to be ran around Draymond, and
Hey, man,
Steph
It does-
light it up.
he's got a big hand in that. It may not run through him. He might not be the facilitator. But Draymond is a crucial. This is that thing where
Draymond Green.
This is the thing where those stats that he lays up doesn't always tell the tale of the tape. Like
8 and 8.
he pushes the ball, he finds the right outlet, he makes the right decision when he's running the court. You want him leading the fast break because he makes the right decision. He gets dirty, he gets rebounds, he does all those little bitty things. And again, like you said, on the floor leadership, that the player coach ability. People got respect for him in that locker room. I mean, Draymond's a big piece. So,
He need to quit talking.
well,
I thought
that ain't gonna happen.
Is he going to? I just want to know if Luka torches him every game. Will he still have his podcast?
Draymond?
There you
Because he
go.
had a podcast after every show since he's been suspended. After every
Donkey gonna
game.
be Donkey, man. Donkey gonna talk after every game.
Man, I just hope that he just don't shoot himself in the foot. I just like Booker and them did. I just hope that the Warriors don't shoot themselves in the foot. So Steph has been. Somebody told me Steph was getting carried. Steph is averaging 27, 6, and 4 in his playoffs.
He's silent assassin right now, though. Even with him coming off the bench, how they was playing that for a little while. You don't have to do much work.
But
And don't forget about Jordan Poole, too.
Game 7, the closeout, right? They went 7 against Memphis, right?
No, they won
went
6.
Game 6, dude, he was not shooting well. Klay Thompson was winning that game for him, keeping him in it. It was still close.
Yeah.
They're up like 10 or 12 with just like 3 minutes left. And Steph just starts taking the ball, putting up crazy shots. You could see he wanted to be the guy to do the little shimmy shake after he put the dagger in the Grizzlies. But he missed about 3 or 4 bad shots he's taken. Almost gives them more possessions. Luckily, they get some defensive stops. But Steph was just trying to do too much down the end of that game when Klay Thompson was the one who got him all the way through it. And I just didn't like that. I didn't like that he was trying to put the dagger in him. He was forcing it. He was taking bad shots in traffic.
Like the
Could have
All-Star
cost her.
game.
Yeah, exactly. And real close. A couple of possessions, a missed this or that, and Memphis is back in it, and that's just a different tale of the tape, or it could have been. I just didn't like him trying to be flashy and basically steal the thunder from what Klay had done the whole game, plus the rest of their teammates. That was just kind of my take from the end of Game 6. Left me a little sour taste in my mouth. I love Klay Thompson. and I like to see him get going.
It's good to see Clay show up again. Not that he hasn't been showing up, but he hasn't been able to be him regular self. And Game 6 Clay is still a thing.
Yep, I like that. Game 6 Clay was definitely on show. But, you know, we're talking about superstars. Who will shine brightest in this series, Luka or Steph? Or other? Will be Clay.
Individual numbers, I could see Luka shining brighter.
For sure.
Yeah, well, we're not just points, rebounds, and assist totals.
Talking about it just wins. You want to talk about winning the game?
It's gonna be the best.
Impact in the game.
Give me who's the MVP?
Luka, no matter what. Like Luka is going to be the biggest factor in Dallas' whole entire game plan. Dallas goes as far as Lucas goes. So, but you know, Steph is going to be Steph.
And that's the thing, dude. Steph wants to be the face of the league. He still thinks he's primetime hot money. You got young Luka coming up, international guy. You know, Luka's about to be the face of the league. They keep talking about it. He keeps doing all this business. You don't think Steph's got a little bit of, man, you coming into San Francisco, I'm going to show up. I'm going to show out.
Yeah, I do feel like
Steph might take a little chip to the shoulder and try and just out Luka this series.
Yeah. I got a better question. Instead of saying who will shine brightest, Luka or Steph, whose legacy, who if getting to the finals, what's
the impact on their legacy?
Who does this win help the most? Does it help out Luka if Luka goes to the finals and get his first?
Yes, for sure.
Or does it help out Steph going to the finals
without
post Kevin Durant?
Yep.
And if he actually gets the finals MVP this time, it's still a lot. As great as Steph's career has been, it's still a lot of food left on the table.
Yeah,
still
he got a lot of career left.
He's still got a lot of career left, and plus what the Warriors are doing, Luka might be the face of the future, but Steph isn't going anywhere. And if they keep like the kings of player development is the Warriors, and if they with the future being so bright, as far as Poole, Kuminga, Wiggins, Poole, Kuminga, and Wiseman. Because as far as now, that's who's on the roster. Even though they might flip Wiseman for something else next in the offseason, we don't know that for sure. But as of now, Poole, Kuminga, and Wiseman is their youth and their young stars. And you surround that with Clay and Steph. I think that they're never going anywhere. Just like Tim Duncan.
The team.
Steph is the modern day Tim Duncan.
Steph is a transcending player. Like you look at the game now and see how we were just saying earlier about how the 3-point shot is so prevalent right now. I mean, you go into any gym in America right now that's, high school, middle school, whatever. 9 times out of 10, kids are out there shooting a 3. And you look at a lot of kids, they're trying to go for a logo 3.
Man, well, that's what I was doing when I was 8 years old anyway. In the middle schools, there's half quarters and 3-point.
That's true. But now, kids are taking those shots in the game. You know what I mean?
I think they still play around the world.
Yeah.
Kids, is that a thing? Now are they just around the world from the 3-point line?
Well, we always played around the world from the 3-point line.
Go up and down the lane.
Oh, no, we started from the corner 3 to the corner.
See, the 3-point game's already started, man.
Nah, see, right? But that
we
was
used to do it around the world, man,
see,
low block, and you work your way up the paint.
Swap Ayton and Wiseman.
The side of the paint.
I mean, I wouldn't help the enemy out like that if I was the Suns or the Warriors.
But I like what Jamal Woodson has said in the chat. Luka doesn't have a legacy yet. Too short. Steph's legacy is gold regardless. So Steph has already proven himself, and like he said, KD may have helped him out a little bit. What, he got 2 rings with him? He got 1 by himself.
No finals MVPs though. He's already regarded as a top 5 point guard, the best shooter ever, but he could still keep climbing up into the top 5
for
or
sure.
Mount Rushmore.
Well, he's got to make his team better. That's what superstars do. You don't just make 400,000 3-pointers. You do that and make your team better.
He's definitely the most unselfish superstar in the league.
We'll see, man. Maybe he's getting some of that selfishness. Maybe I saw some of that in Game 6 as opposed to.
He has it in him. Do you remember?
Maybe he's getting older. He's getting a little more selfish. He wants to be the dude, a little more LeBron in him or something. I don't know.
You remember the second finals with Kevin? They did everything they could to try to get Steph Curry that Finals MVP, but KD was just so special. And Steph missed. He had like a poor game 4 or something like that where he officially lost it and KD's just KD. And once KD hit that shot in Bron's face, it was a wrap. So.
All right. There you got it.
Golden
Mavs.
State in 6.
Yep, that we do agree on. Golden State
Both
6.
Warriors in
Warriors
6.
fans, get at me. I mean, what Mavericks fans? I'm sure we're gonna have a lot to say. They already at my head. I got if the Mavericks do prevail to go to the finals, I'm gonna have a Maverick fan on the show.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
We're getting Mark Cuban in here.
that's what.
Man, should I
he
be
throwing shots
should
at
I be
Lil Wayne.
different?
You front row. It's a nah.
That was a hard shot at
Nah,
Wayne, too. It was nice, though.
It was fire. Did you
Yeah.
use his lyric against him? Yeah, but the problem. See, the thing is, this is when you make it on a bigger scale and more eyes can see your tweets and stuff. But when Wayne said Luka, a garden tool or whatever, he wasn't really saying it on some. He really liked that. He was just like, cause this dude killing us, man. You feel me? He was defending his bro Chris Paul, which you should have been saying CP out for not showing up. Dang, he the one that didn't show up. All Luka did was do his job. Episode 40.
Oh yeah, I got the clip.
Who's number 40? Oh yeah, Mike Allstott. This is the big Mike Allstott
This is
show.
the Mike Gundy show. I'm a man.
It's my boy Sean Kemp, Rain Man.
Oh yeah, Rain Man. But no, I like Mike Allstott.
All right, there you have it. Heat Mavericks. I'm gonna. All right, Warriors in 6 too. I can see that going down. I don't.
I had Warriors
I'd
coming out
I'd
before
like to
this
see
matchup.
Mavs in 7. But we got your bracket that's all wrong. If you want to take a look at
It ain't. What we looking like? Let me see.
one half of it is wrong.
You know what? Something in my heart should have told me the Heat was gonna make it to the conference finals, but that's because I really wanted to see Philly Brooklyn.
Take a peek later.
I wanted to see Philly Brooklyn.
We're going on. Mavericks and Warriors out. NBA draft in. Draft lottery was last night.
Yep.
Last night.
Yep. Watched it live, and I was disappointed with the number 1 overall selection. I just felt like I wanted the Thunder to get the number 1 pick.
Here we go. All right. NBA draft lottery was last night. Your first 14 have been decided. I think they figure out the rest as they finish. But your Orlando Magic, number 1 overall pick. They've had the number 1 pick 3 times. They've had pretty good luck.
Shaq
Dwight Howard,
and
Chris Webber.
Yep.
3 Hall of Famers.
Crazy
right?
thing is, Chris Webber isn't even known as a Magic.
No, for sure.
I don't even. I mean, I don't remember.
I learned that he
100%.
was a number 1 draft pick for the Magic last night when I was looking this stuff.
And that
up,
was
so.
even after that timeout call, huh?
All right, there you go. There's the
Sweet
gang.
16.
Magic, we're interested in the Cavs, sort of, just because they're up top. Malachi Branham might be a good fit because he's right in there about 14, but we'll see. So, anyway, number 1 pick. From the things I've seen lately, like ESPN stat, the top 4, Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith, Paolo Banchero, Jaden Ivey, and then Keegan Murray.
The Lakers really don't have a pick in the draft, but continue. Nope.
So this is,
They don't.
who's your favorite number 1 pick? A lot of talk about Chet Holmgren. I see Chet Holmgren. What, just because he looks like Kevin Durant, he's 7 foot tall and skinny? He doesn't have quite,
I seen he got a handle, he got a shot, he could take it to the rack. Problem is, once you playing against real grown men, I don't. His years in the beginning are going to be slow. I don't think he's going to come out the gate really. I don't like Gonzaga prospects. Now, if he goes to the Magic, he'd be drafted with his old teammate, I believe, because unless Holmgren wasn't a freshman, wasn't he? No, he was like a 4-year player, right? Yeah, Holmgren was there when Suggs was there last year, right? Or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so he might possibly play with his old teammate, but I don't really like Gonzaga prospects. So him with the number 1 pick, cool. Is the Magic? The Magic will be right back like the Jets will be. So it's all right. I really, out of the top 3, a lot of people like Jabari Smith. I'm not pro Duke, but I like Banchero out of the top 3. But you already know my favorite player is Jaden Ivey, and I feel like if he he could possibly fall to Indiana.
Oh, I did have that.
That's 6. Have what?
Oh, just another graphic.
I'm looking at this list and I see these G League Ignite, Dyson Daniels and Marjan Beauchamp, or excuse me on the pronunciation of this
Beauchamp.
guy's name, Beauchamp.
Beauchamp.
But what's that? I know the G League it's been high school players going from high school straight to the G League, skipping college or whatever. But to see these guys up in that list, that's a pretty nice thing to have right now.
Yeah, some G League. You got some international invites on there. Let me see. All right. here are the other five. They had Shaden Sharp up there instead of Keegan Murray. So the quick rundown there. That's CBS. I think that was yesterday. Jaden Ivey. What's up? Need some juice? Jaden Ivey, Chet Holmgren, Paolo Jabari, Shaden Sharp. Jalen Duren is one I've seen. Big center from Memphis. That stud, Johnny Davis out of Wisconsin. So, you know.
What list is this? CBS got Jaden Ivey #1.
Yeah.
CBS know what the hell they talking about. That's why.
Yep, there you go.
Jaden Ivey is my guy. Like I said, I've been blown away with dude since I seen him. Like he had that putback dunk on somebody's neck.
Who's his mom?
Who? Jaden's mom?
Yeah. Isn't his mom a former player?
I don't know. So who is his mom? It's like,
Need another question.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
I have no clue. But all I know is I've been pro Jaden Ivey. I think he's my favorite of the top 5. And I like the CBS one that they got him ranked #1.
He's Phil Ivey's kid, the famous poker player.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not. I'm just.
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, I thought
Poison
his
Ivy's
mom was a poison dude. There you go. I thought his mom was a former WNBA player. I'll have to do a little diving into that.
No, she's a former DC bad guy. It's like, nah. No, all respect, Jaden, if you ever see this.
Yeah, there you go.
No disrespect to
Jaden
mom,
Ivey's
dude.
mom is the coach of Notre Dame's basketball team.
Oh, she's the lady fighting Irish?
The lady fighting Irish.
That's what's up.
Shout out Skylar Diggins in that little clip.
Oh, yeah,
man.
did you? Yeah, she just going crazy. Her and Taraji?
Yeah.
No, not Taraji.
Yeah,
Tarasi.
Tarasi.
Diana Taurasi. I said Taraji.
Man, I was a huge Skylar
ain't
Diggins
baby
fan when
boy.
she was at Notre Dame.
Oh, I've been a huge Skylar Diggins fan since she was dating Lil
Hey,
Wayne.
Uno.
So she was dating Lil Wayne. Yeah, because I don't know if y'all remember, Wayne had put some stuff up on Twitter, and you got to see Tyler. Yeah, feel me?
This is news to me.
Yeah, see, I follow. Yeah, Lil Wayne.
Right,
Had,
like, all right.
Yeah, Lil Wayne had a little. Yeah, I mean, them
Wayne
pictures
dated Skylar Diggins?
Yeah.
Wayne dated around.
Dude, man.
Yeah.
New favorite rapper.
Oh, well, that's been my goat. But nah, I really like Jaden Ivey, and if I don't see which team is it? It's Magic Thunder, ain't it? Magic Thunder Pistons.
I think so. Give me just a sec.
No, Pistons might have the 4th pick, but I know
Houston's got the 4th, I think.
Indy. If you put but I don't know how. It's only one ball. But Jaden Ivey with them young boys in Houston, or Jalen Green, and Porter Jr. Ken Martin Jr. Like Houston got a nice little young nucleus. But I don't know.
Like the Kings. I mean, the Kings is
They got a point guard. Well, he's a 2 guard, but
I'm saying that was a young up and coming team. Was the Kings?
yeah, but they already got that. They got Davion Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, unless they traded him to Indy. They might have traded him to Indy in that Sabonis trade. But they do got De'Aaron Fox. We still don't know what happened with De'Aaron Fox. But I do like Jaden Ivey at the to play for either the Thunder or just to go back, just to stay in his home state and play for the Pacers.
All right, you boys got anything else
And a lot of my dudes.
on the draft?
And my Tar Heels all went back because I definitely would have been pro Caleb Love if he would have came out, and Baycock. But we gonna get on when we get into the college basketball scene again.
There you go. Magic, Thunder, Rockets, Kings.
See, I don't see the Magic don't need a point guard, and they're definitely not gonna take him #1 overall. I don't think the Thunder would reach for Jaden either. Like I said, the Rockets might not need him, but the Rockets could use Banchero. That'll actually be a nice little. Banchero or Jabari Smith would fit the Rockets perfectly. So whoever left, actually all 3 of them big men that helped the Rockets out.
Can Ivy fall to number 11 to the Knicks?
Oh, that's like a dream come true. But no, because if they play it right, he's probably going to stay in his home state.
Yeah, with the Pacers.
Yeah. Because he's a combo guard, point guard, shooting guard. He's listed as a shooting guard right here. Actually, on here, he's listed as a point guard, but on your CBS thing, he was listed as a shooting guard. So he could fit there. I don't. With the Pistons having, of course, they had the #1 pick last year in Cade Cunningham, but what's my young man's man? It's the light skinned dude. What's his name? Keelan Hayes. I think that's his name. Yeah, they got young guards in Detroit, so I don't really see him going to Detroit. I can see him going to the Pacers, falling to the Blazers, or even I mean, the Spurs, the Pelicans got guards, but Jaden Ivey in the Pelicans uniform would be nice if you got him, pair him with McCollum, B.I., Zion, and Jackson Hayes. That'd be a nice little five.
All right.
I'm just trying to find the best spot for Jaden Ivey. I don't want him to really go to none of them top three.
Okay.
The Pacers know how to get it together to where they're at least a playoff team. So I could like that. But they had that fire sale. Miles Turner to be out of here. There's still a fire sale in Indiana. So I don't know either. Jaden Ivey needs to go somewhere special because that's a special kid.
Dude, Jamal Woodson talking about Zaire Wade, number 1 pick.
Zaire Wade.
Who? What? Did the Jazz got the
That's
number
a
1
hot
pick?
take, man.
Zaire Wade, I do like Zaire, but I don't see him undrafted free agent. He's gonna he's in the G League right now. He'll probably get signed to get put back into the G League type. But at the end of the day, his father is also part owner of the Jazz, so he gonna be there regardless.
Hey, Shar, that's the same thing I was thinking. You talking about the Pelicans and Zion. Is Zion going to play next season? He just set out pretty much a whole entire season this season. So I would say yes.
Did he sit out or did they hold him out? Because with the playoff run that they had, they possibly could have just threw him in there and they could have upset the Suns. I mean, I think now if you're looking at it in hindsight, the Suns was actually flirting with losing for a while.
early.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Draft over. I like it.
Oh, we got 2 Buckeyes in the top 20?
Yeah, dude. I'm not sure why EJ Liddell being in the top 20, but I think
he's at
Malachi
21.
will keep improving. I don't know about Liddell. We'll see. And, we still got there's a lot of, they do what's the
Mock drafts?
combine?
Oh.
The player combine. They'll bring all those,
Right.
77 players in the first time ever. They're going to have all of the combine prospects in one place in Chicago in front of all those teams, international, G League, you name it. So there's going to be the 77 invitees to the NBA combine. They're all going to be in one place for the first time ever. Get the NBA a good chance to look at all their young studs. But we're moving on. It's
Hey,
hockey time. It's
Book it
9:30.
now. Jaden Ivey, Rookie of the Year.
Time stamp.
Because I'm just looking at it. I don't really see
Game on.
No contenders.
Okay,
Maybe
hockey
Jabari.
time. All right, second round started yesterday. There's the update for the boys who not following. Colorado Avalanche in the Blues in the West. Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers in the West. Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning. Ty Fisher, I don't think you're in there, but, I was giving you some guff rooting for them Maple Leafs. Lightning got it done, unfortunately. Tampa Bay Lightning are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, looking to keep that defense going. Hurricanes and Rangers in that last game in the East. Five of the 8 first-round series went to Game 7. That's how tough hockey is.
All right.
Nice and tight. So, last night, my guys got it done. Colorado Avalanche knock off the Blues at home in overtime. I got some good camera angles from that one. Also, the Avalanche hit 5. They hit the post 5 times. I think one of those was a crossbar, but that ties the record in the Stanley Cup playoffs. 4 hitting the post. So it was tied 2-2 at the end of regulation. Avs got it done about 5 minutes into overtime.
I remember hit the post was an assignment.
All right, here is the ending to the game.
What we got?
Good look at it here. And I took the audio out. So first shot in, bang it around, outside. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. They're going to work around the back out front. He's going to take it right there.
Goal!
Little wrister through about 3 dudes.
Wow.
Dude, here's the good angle.
That's a nice camera.
Check this out.
It went through their legs.
Josh Manson.
Is that one of them? If you see it going through your legs, do you like spread your legs so it don't hit you, or put your leg in?
Now you try and get in the way of the puck. Here's the real good angle. Look at that.
NHL on TNT.
See this guy in front tried to stick in it. Man,
It went through his own player's legs.
nasty. We gotta see that one again.
Yeah, that was special.
Oh. All right. Come on now.
Little technical difficulties.
Warriors up 10 all day. That game
Got you
over.
back in. All right, one last look. Josh Manson, number 42. 42's answered everything. If you've ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, here it comes again. You got 3 Blues lined up, all trying to get into the way. One dude tries to get his stick in there. Almost hits his glove. Landy jumps out of the way. Right by his face, Jared Bennington. Avs had 50 shots on goal, outshot him like 2-1. It was nasty. Here's another great one. It was tied 2-2. Blues, or the Avs go on a late power play at the end of regulation and started overtime, so they had a real good opportunity to close it out at the end of regulation. Couldn't get it done. But here's the penalty. And Braden Shen got real mad in the penalty box and started smashing the camera. You can see I'm just recording my TV at home. So the penalty's going to happen. They're going to cut back to it right here. Swings his stick around and hits him right in the face. Manson goes down. That's actually the guy who made the game winner. But then they cut to Braden Shen in the penalty box. And I think we can all relate.
Nice choice words going on by him right now. Yes.
He got the
End of
blue.
regulation.
He got the Blues, man. He got the Blues.
Man, that's funny. I just got a good kick out of him just beating that camera down. So, Avs are rolling, man. They outskated them through 3 periods pretty easily. Blues dominated a little bit of it. But, I mean, tie game 2-2 goes in overtime. Avs could have won it, 4-1. But, shots weren't falling. But, man, their speed is on full display last night.
What's the next game?
Dude, Thursday, tomorrow, every
Game
other
2.
day. Yep, game 2. Ball Arena in Denver. Crowd was rocking. Russell Wilson even threw out a tweet. He was up there, making playoff noise or whatever. So Russ is showing the Avs love.
He's been everywhere.
Dude, Denver is a
Nuggets playoff game.
Denver is
Now
a
you
big
got
Avs town, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's the homework
Sound
for
like
the
you
weekend.
said Denver's a big town.
That's the homework.
let's see
Make sure
what
we
else-
tune in to a couple of NHL games.
Dude, man, it's awesome. I love watching it. But it's playoff time. We got everything. That's all the highlights I got. We're going to close the show because it's episode 40, and I'm a man. So there's your update. Let's see. Tonight, you got Rangers Hurricanes going on, I think, and then Oilers and Flames. I know we got a few NHL hockey fans in the building. I know AD is. I don't know if he's still in the chat. But anyway, update there for y'all.
Quick score to Warriors.
Mavericks Warriors 30-18. Warriors up 12. 1 minute into the second.
How much Luka got?
Luka got 8. Steph has got 4. Andrew Wiggins has got 10. Andrew Wiggins, man,
He's about to be torching Finney.
he's finding his role, which I
him
never
Wiggs and Poole.
would have thought Andrew Wiggins would have taken this kind of role.
oh,
Just watching him at KU when I was in Manhattan, man, can't stand the man.
that's because he was the
But
guy.
he's right. That's what I'm saying. I'm very surprised he was able. He always thought he was
That's why
the
they
guy.
flamed out KU too. Him and Embiid because they was on the same team.
Yep.
Which you would think a team like that. I
God,
actually
dude.
thought they was gonna go.
And I heard it on the radio today too. It's like, oh, you're Kansas Jayhawk national champions. It's like, oh man, I thought I already forgot about that.
Oh yeah,
Boo. We don't like Jayhawks around here.
that's cool. Too bad most of the players might be gone, so we ain't gonna see him for the rematch. Because Tar Heels is going back.
AD, what's up? Adam's got something for me. So let me pull up a clip real quick. Yep.
Once again, while we're still waiting, make sure you tune in to Yamo Media on Saturday at Central Crossing. It's going to be the Tri-State versus the Columbus Marauders. Charity football event put on by the Lincoln again, man. The Eileen Porter Foundation.
The Lance and Aileen Porter Foundation.
It's getting late, people. It's Past 9:30.
How do I?
What you trying to do?
It's
See
Yamo
if I
Media.
can figure this out. The only thing I don't know how to play a link in here.
I'm checking them two little babies.
See what I got.
See what hell ain't in there terrorizing the room. I already went in there. They was loud. All type of crap.
All right, AD. I don't know how to get a link in here. So.
Can you read it? It's a video.
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys.
Tim Stride from the OHSAA talks about the NIL vote. Unfortunately.
NIL is real and in effect. It's going to happen eventually, man. So we just got to stay tuned and stay locked in. It's going to happen.
Well, we're going to have to learn some software. I'm not sure how to.
And they got 4 Duke players in the top 25.
Always, man.
So,
NBAU.
how you say his last name is Jokic, right? So they got a new
Oh, dude, I was going to
they got a
say
new
that.
like Jovic. Is that how you say it? Jovic?
Apparently, but it ain't got no information from the Mega Mozart. Really curious who the Mega Mozart is.
Mozart? I thought that was
So what-
Peyton's.
That's classical music.
Yeah, that too.
So what? Yeah, what we're looking at here is ESPN's top 25 NBA draft prospects, and number 23 is named Nikola Jovic. You know, similarly close to two-time MVP winner.
And it's a lot
But
of
apparently
Nikola.
they got a stud
Man,
coming out of
Nikola
Serbia
gotta
or
be
something.
like the, you know how like what's the common name?
Brandon, Michael.
Yeah, Nikola.
Oh, yeah.
For European people, Nikola has to be one of the most common names in the like ever. There was a Nikola Mirotic, Nikola Vucevic plays for my Bulls, and he plays like a anyway. But and you know Nikola Jokic, Nikola Jovic.
If anybody's out there, hit up Meatball Mafia here in C-Bus. Delicious sandwiches. They got the Uncle Junior. If you're a Sopranos fan, you can get the Uncle Junior sub.
Delicioso.
Yeah, this
Chef's
week's
kiss,
episode
yeah.
is brought to you by
Spicy meatball.
Meatball Mafia.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all tune in, tap
hit
in
them
with the
up.
Meatball Mafia. You know, promo code hashtag that's debatable. Get you a free sub.
Make sure you guys continue to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube page of That's Debatable, or you come over to Will Wars. Going to get all the same information. Our social medias are here. Will Ward, That's Debatable, and of course Ryan Fingers. Tap into all of us. Stay tuned in for the week's chats and all the other stuff.
Yep.
You got
And-
a piece of us covered up, right?
Like I said, just share. That's Debatable for us.
All right, let me see what I got here.
What's going on, James? What up, cuz?
Hey, here we go. Cool.
You figured it out.
I learned something.
Yamo Media, Columbus, Ohio.
All right, so we can drop the link inside of the chat for that.
Yeah, I think it's just...
it long?
No, huh? Maybe not.
Oh, you said no audio.
Oh, no audio. All right. My apologies. Okay, well. Anyway,
Well, there's the link
Okay.
inside of the chat there.
I dropped the
Thanks a
chat
lot.
there. Audio from the computer, I getcha. Let's see if I can do this again. We're learning some stuff. Wait a minute. That's not what I want. We're learning on the fly. Yes. Cut. Yeah, it's still no audio, so I don't know. All right. Anyway, links in the chat.
Yamo Media. Just click on.
Sorry,
just
Dell.
type it in.
We got some learning to do.
Type it in. YouTube.
I got it.
Right after you type in Yamo Media, type in That's Debatable.
Yep. Hook it up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good show, gang. Thanks for tuning in, everybody out there. I see we still got a few people in the chat. Always love that you
man.
stick around for a while. I know it's been like an hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes.
Appreciate it. We
Appreciate
get the people
views.
for an hour and a half of your time every week. That's all we ask for. For those who ain't able to watch live, episodes will be up to date. Like we said, we got it on my man's Will Ward page. Which is funny. I was telling my little cousin to subscribe to the YouTube page, and he clicked on the thing. I'm like, I ain't upload episode 39 yet. What's going on? Then I see it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Been on it.
Yeah. And I had edited and put the new song on it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
On mine. But it's Will Ward on
On YouTube.
Will Ward 288 YouTube, Instagram. You know me. That's Debatable YouTube page. Real Debatable. Which yes, my actual Twitter handle that used to be Jared Savage is just now Real Debatable. I wasn't trying to start over from scratch and all of that. Well, I already got me a nice little amount of followers. So follow Real Debatable. That's Debatable Live, TD Live on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all of that. Yamo, everything.
Got it.
Follow Ryan's fingers
That's right.
and follow Ryan.
The blind leading the blind.
Sure.
All right, gang.
What was this?
Happy Wednesday. Oh, that's PGA Championship. I'm going to have you guys pick a dude out of each tier. I'm going to take that home. Maybe I'll enter you.
Guy Julian Jackson is at the PGA Championship right now.
Are you?
Hosting?
Dude.
I mean, not hosting, but covering.
Shout out Julian.
Dude, I was trying to
Julian
get.
is a beast,
I was
man.
trying to get on with CBS. Him and I went up and worked the Mac. I hit up the lady. I was like, yo, I want to be a golf spotter. Let me get in that. I didn't know Julian's up there, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dang.
great show.
Missed
Thanks for tuning
opportunities.
in.
But that's what Ohio Media School can do. Shout out to
Yeah,
guys
there you
like
go.
Julian. Can't think of his name right now, but the light skinned guy that's on Channel 6 News. I remember help editing his video that Mr. Phillips was doing. That's probably my daughter and my son.
What's up?
What's up, King? Come here,
Come
kids.
on in, gang. Say
My daughter
hi.
looking a hot mess. You got to pee again. All right. You interrupting my show. All right, I got you in 2 minutes. King, show her the bathroom. Do you know the code?
We good. We out.
All right, we
That's
about to
it.
be out.
Paper toss.
One
Kids
quick,
gotta
hey,
go
one,
back.
one quick
Ooh,
note
once again.
because this Sunday is their mom's birthday. My lady, shout out to the one who's been holding it down. What? It don't even matter.
Sunday.
It's Sunday. No, you don't even know your mom's birthday. See, that's what's wrong with you. Get out.
Right.
Your sister got to pee. Can you go help your sister out? Yeah, see, we got to be dads. Supermen.
Never
all we
stops,
can
man.
be. But shout out to my kids, and most importantly, shout out to their mama, because without her, none of this would be possible. The backbone of the family. She really make things go. I love you, baby. We take care of you this weekend in Chicago. I promise. This is That's Debatable. We are That's Debatable. See y'all next week.
Peace.
And then you want to write articles about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me or our coaches. Don't write about a kid that does everything right, that's heart's broken, and then say that the coaches said he was scared? That ain't true. And then to say that we made that decision because Donovan Woods, because he threatened to transfer, that's not true. So get your facts straight. And I hope someday you have a child and somebody downgrades them and belittles them, and you have to look them in the eye and say, you know what? It's okay. They're supposed to be mature adults, but they're really not. Who's the kid here? Who's the kid here? Are you kidding me?